Hello everybody at the Hop Hog Public Library. I hope you're all doing good. I miss yous. I was at your library the other day, so we got some goodies going on with tonight. I dropped off, I know, some kits there, and you have all the ingredients, or I should say most of them. You got to put your own strawberries in. I got some beautiful strawberries. I don't know if you got really good ones, but for this time of the year, to get good strawberries, that's good. So we are going to make strawberry biscuit cookies with a vanilla glaze on it. It's really good. There's some steps to it where you got to put a few things in the freezer for a while, in the refrigerator. So I'm going to show you exactly how to make it. Okay, everybody, my son Chris is filming, and he is also going to let me know if you are chatty tonight and you want to talk to me. Please do that, okay? So if you have the kits from the public library, Hop Hog, please know that you have the flour, sugar, baking powder, and the salt all mixed in together, okay? So you don't have to add any of that, okay? And then you should have a bag of just powdered sugar. The rest, you're on your own. Hey, thank the library, right? They gave you some nice, good ingredients, and just had to get a few things. So these are really, really good. You make a lot of these. You can make like 25, 30 of these. Depends how big you want to make them. Make sure you have parchment paper or a silicone baking mat to bake them on, okay? Don't put your oven on yet, okay? If you turned it on already, turn it back off, okay? So we're gonna be here till like midnight, okay? So everybody, first thing I wanna do is let's cut the strawberries, okay? We're gonna cut them. I need about 3/4 of a cup. Look at these beautiful strawberries. Are these nice? These are like summer type strawberries. I know you want to know, where did I get them, right? I should have the store give me like $20 for mentioning them, right? No. Meat Farms. Got them at Meat Farms the other day. Really, really, I had a few. They're delicious. So what I want you to do, make sure you wash them, and then you have to, it's a must. You want to pat these all dry because you don't want any wet berry in there, okay? So just put them on here. Just kind of get an idea of how many you think 3/4 would be, okay? That's what I'm guessing. I might be wrong. I was wrong once, but then I was mistaken about it. Okay, everybody, just see this? See all the water that just kind of comes through it? Okay, you want them nice and dry. Take the little stem off at the end, okay? And just kind of stand them up straight. If you're not a strawberry fan, raspberries, blueberries, even blackberries would work for this, okay? So I wouldn't say mix them because you don't need enough to go mixing them all, okay? So I hope everybody in Hop Hog is doing good. We always, every month we have a class there in person. It's like such a nice get together, and truly miss it. And we are all hoping for that day when we get back there again. Okay, but I know you have to thank your library for all the wonderful things that they do. Okay, Krista does a fantastic job there. Okay, so I'm just gonna slice these down just like this, and I'm just gonna turn it, and I just want to kind of chop them pretty small because I want them to be in every bite of the cookie. Okay, so, and I have a cup here, so I'm gonna fill it about 3/4 of the way, and then we are just gonna take these strawberries and we're gonna throw them in the freezer. I know some of us don't have any room in the freezer, right? Including me. So you may want to just take something out that's big and heavy that's not going to defrost, because I just want you to get these as cold and maybe even close to frozen if we can get them. Okay? We probably won't, but we want them really cold. In this recipe, we want all the ingredients ice cold. Believe it or not, even the egg. When does Chef Rob ever say, leave the egg until the last minute. I just took it out right now, I promise you. Because this, you need the ingredients to be really, really cold. I have this class a few times in the next week or so up till Valentine's. And they're yummy. They're really good. We actually, Chris and I, we filmed this class, I think, like August, right? I think we were saying Happy Valentine's Day in August or something like that.
Yeah, a while ago.
Okay, take these strawberries, put them into the measuring cup just like this. Okay. So, right about that is enough. I don't want a full cup. Okay, I am going to leave this on the side. Maybe later I will have a bowl of ice cream and I will just take those extra strawberries and put it right on top, okay? So I'm just going to take this right in the measuring cup and throw it in the freezer. That way you don't need a lot of room. If you see me run in about 13 minutes, I just got done doing a chocolate banana snickerdoodle bread at the Nyack Public Library, and it's going to be done in 13 minutes, and I don't want to burn it. It's a really good bread, okay? So if anybody wants to go to the Nyack Public Library and watch it, they recorded it, and I think they're putting it on their YouTube, okay? So just so you know, all right? Okay, the next step, what I want to do, just take a medium large bowl, something like that. And this is where you would have, because I'm going to talk because we have a lot of people that are just watching that do not have kits because they are not from that library. So I want to show you exactly how I made it, because you're going to make these again. 2 full cups of the all-purpose flour, nice and level. Just like that. A half cup of sugar. I always tell you, don't skimp on the sugar because of the consistency and the moisture of it. Okay, so for you folks in Hot Pot, you got the full half cup. All right. A half teaspoon of salt to bring out all the other flavors, and then to make it almost like a little biscuit, instead of using baking soda, what we use in a lot of cookies, I use baking powder just to give it a nice rise to it. So 2 teaspoons of baking powder. And now just take a whisk, just kind of mix this around really good. Don't get it out of the bowl, just kind of leave it right there. Again, if you want to change this to blueberries, strawberries, raspberries, blackberries, it works.
Deanne asks if it is regular salt.
It is regular salt, yes. Okay. Just heard a noise outside. I thought it was a plow going by. I was like, we don't need a plow now, do we? Okay, so I am just going to dice up some butter, okay? You want a half cup of butter. You want it to be really, really cold, okay? So if you took out butter about a half hour ago, go put it back and get the other stick and put the other one back in, okay? So this is solid. This is as solid as it gets. Okay. Now, to make life easy, you could take a food grater and just kind of grate it right in here. Or, for you folks that know me at the library, to make the line go by quick, what I do is I kind of dice it up really small for you, okay? That way you don't have to bring a food grater too. And then you're just going to kind of crumble this up, okay? Any questions out there?
Nope. Pat just said it's a little hard to hear you, but I'm not sure why.
Okay.
I'm not sure if that's just hers, like her side, or what it is, but...
And other people, let me know too if you think, if you're hearing me or if you're having a hard time as well, okay?
Linda,
I think you just don't want to hear me, right?
Linda X, did the kit contain all the dry ingredients?
All the dry ingredients, yes. The powdered sugar stays on the side, okay? Don't mix that in. So everybody, the flour, the sugar, the baking powder, and the salt. Now take the butter and just kind of crumble it in, okay? I know I'm using gloves. You might have gloves, but if not, you got a sink by you.
Yeah, Deanne said she hears you fine.
Okay, great. I usually talk loud. Sometimes actually Chris kind of signals me to like bring it down a notch. Okay? I have that loud voice. My other son Robert does too. Chris and my wife, they have a nice calming voice. Some people say I have a calming voice, but I guess I'm loud too. Okay? But you know, being in the libraries too, when we have 40 people at the Hop Hog Public Library, those 8 people in the back row, I gotta talk loud so you can hear everything.
And in the beginning of doing virtual, when you were like first starting out, you talked very calm and very low, and people called you the Mr. Rogers of cooking.
Oh, you remember that,
Yeah,
right?
a while ago.
And now what am I of cooking?
I don't know.
Who would
Not
you compare
sure.
me to now? Make sure it's nice. Make sure the person's nice, all right?
Maggie said, I think you have a very calming voice too, Rob.
Maggie, Plain Edge. Hello, Maggie. Thank you, Maggie. Emailing Peggy today. Yeah, I was doing that. Yep.
Tamara said, I hear you fine in Tennessee.
Tamara! I'm glad you hear me. Thank you for watching from Tennessee. Thank you. I was just talking to a library in Arkansas yesterday, and we are going to be doing a ton of libraries in Arkansas soon, okay? I was speaking to the person that is in charge of all the libraries in Arkansas, and we're going to be working together to bring a lot of programs there as well as the Hop Hog Library.
Maggie said, I'm watching you while I have dinner. You were competing over the sound from my air fryer, so I put the volume up a little before. Haha.
Okay.
And then Susan said, I agree. You have a calming voice, helping me get through this pandemic.
Thank you. Thank you. I wish nobody needed any help to get through it, but you know what? To help one, or just us getting together nightly or once in a while is really good for all of us. All of us. So we got to thank the libraries for wanting to have me. I'm so happy to be doing it and to be working during these times. And I'm so happy that you guys are making things out there with me. And I love when you tell me, I made this tonight or I made that, you know, so it's really nice. And plus you guys, you employ Christopher too. Yeah, because he wouldn't be holding a camera if it wasn't for you guys watching. All right, so everybody, this is a nice crumbly mix right now. Okay, so we're going to leave that. All right, don't forget the strawberries are in the freezer. Okay, so right now, I'm just going to take another kind of a large bowl. Going to take a 1/3 cup of the whole milk. I hope you have the whole milk. I know a lot of you buy the 1% to 2%. I do that too, but when a recipe calls for a certain milk, really try to go with it, okay? So, a 1/3 cup of the whole milk, a very cold egg.
Mary Jean said, I just made your chicken corn chowder. It was delicious. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
And Tamara said, your virtual classes are definitely a positive that came out of this pandemic.
Thank you, Tamara. Thank you so much. There are positives, you know, like, and I know going forward, I know at least through the end of the summer now, it's virtual. Every library I've been talking to, it's going to be virtual. So, I'm creating. I already sent out some things for all different things. I'm actually doing, I'll tell you in a minute, okay? Everybody, 1 teaspoon of vanilla. So I'm just going to go over the wet ingredients. And the wet ingredients are 1 teaspoon of the vanilla extract. It is a 1/3 cup of the whole milk and 1 very cold egg. Let's just beat this over really good. Okay. So I'm going to take this wet mixture here. We are going to add it right into our dry mixture. Just like that. Take a wooden spoon or a spatula, anything you have, and just combine it. Okay, combine it really, really good. And I just want to get this really cold. Okay. If you have to go in with your hands to kind of get that flour in, you know, just kind of combine, go ahead. Because I'm going to do it. I do have a glove here. These will bake at a 375 oven, and it will take about 15, 16 minutes at the most, okay? So kind of get to the bottom of the bowl here, okay? You don't want any flour mix around. Okay. Now we're going to have to get this dough very, very cold. Okay. It is really important. Okay, so
Put it in the snow.
Put it in the snow. You
Yeah.
actually go stand outside with it for like 2 minutes and it'll be perfect, right?
Yeah.
It is cold. Okay, see how this is here? Okay. So I am just going to leave that for a minute just because I want the strawberries to just get a little more colder. I just kind of know how they are. I got 2 minutes left for my chocolate snickerdoodle bread. Anybody have any questions for me?
Yeah, can I have some?
Can you have the snickerdoodle bread? Maybe. So everybody, what I was starting to say, I just want everybody to have it like this, the dough, and then have the strawberries in the freezer, okay? So since we're going to be virtual this summer, you have to keep creating. You got to keep doing new things. A lot of you know and watch me do these food festivals. I created these food festivals that I do monthly. The next one is February 20th. If you go to my Facebook page, Simply Creative Chef Rob, you will see me do 3 different dishes and you can cook along with me, and we will put the recipes up closer to the date so you can shop for it. And we're going to do those monthly through the summer and even into the fall, everything. And then I decided, since we're virtual, that every Monday night in the summer at 7 o'clock, I am doing a baking or cooking camp. And it could be for children, it could be for the families, it could be for teens, it can be for adults. Chris just gave me a look like, Dad, when did you come up with that? You know, you got to tell me so I can schedule myself. But I know we have we know the times that we're able to do things and all that. So it is where a lot of libraries combine together. So one night we may make chicken quesadilla fajitas with guacamole. And then one night we may make a blueberry muffin bread. Okay, and then maybe make a smoothie with it. So that's all starts in June and it goes to like the middle of August. And as we get closer, I'll let you know. I am going to grab my Snickerdoodle banana bread and I'll show everybody it. But then I am also going to fold in these strawberries now. So if you want to go to the freezer, get your strawberries.
Pro Friend said, I'm happy we get to see you in many libraries, because lots of times we couldn't get in your class in my library, so something good came out of all of this.
Pro Fan, what is your library? I'm going to guess. I want to say it was Central Islip for some reason, but I could be wrong. Everybody, this is the chocolate banana snickerdoodle bread. Okay. And again, if you want to see this recipe, go to the Nyack Public Library, and it will be on a YouTube video there.
Susan asks, will the cooking camp be on your page or libraries?
Both. It will be on both. It'll be just like the food festivals. Okay? And you can make it along with me. So everybody...
Pro Friend said yes.
Oh, all right. I thought so. take the strawberries, and now you just want to kind of fold them in. If you do want to go in with your hand, you can, but what I would suggest is, I'm going to show you one way. You could just take the spoon and just kind of lightly mash it around until strawberries kind of roll over this mixture. Now your dough is going to be slimy because the strawberries are wet. Okay, inside they're wet, not the outside because I did dry them.
Maggie said, OMG, yum.
Okay, so I need just a little bit more, so I'm just going to take that off here. And now I'm just going to lightly, I'm not working this dough hard. I just want to get it to where it is combined, okay? Now, what we are supposed to do, and we should, but I'm going to show you a little trick, okay? We should put this dough in the refrigerator for at least 45 minutes wrapped, and if you didn't want to make it today, you wanted to finish it tomorrow, you could. You could leave this in there for one day, okay? And that'd be the most, okay? Just because the berries would start turning on you. Okay. So, this is a little trick, so this way we can keep going with the class and do it, okay? So everybody, press it down, okay, so it's kind of thin. And now just take a little something with a little bit of either aluminum foil or plastic wrap and just cover this and put it, just so no air gets on it, and just cover it, put it in your freezer while we make the glaze for this. And then we can keep going together.
Profan said, so I never have to take out my mixer then.
No, you don't have to. No, I try to, the least things I have to use, the better. Let's clean up. Okay. So I am popping this mixture into the freezer. If you have room, put it towards the back of the freezer because that's the coldest spot. Okay. So we're going to make the glaze now. I know if you are from the Hop Hog Public Library, you have the little pouch of the powdered sugar. Okay. You want to slowly add the milk to it and the vanilla because you don't want it too thin. You want it to be a nice glaze. Okay. So we want that dough to get nice and chilled. Okay. So now I am going to take 3/4 of a cup of the powdered sugar. Get that away. Okay. Doesn't have to be perfect, but make sure you do have that full 3/4 of an amount, okay? You're better off with a little too much than too little with this, okay? So 3/4 of a cup, 2 tablespoons of either milk, half and half, or heavy cream. Any of that would work, okay? So what I like to do is put 1 tablespoon in first, and then I can just kind of adjust it to the thickness that I need. And I also need a 1/4 teaspoon of vanilla extract. Almond extract works really, really well with this too. So if you like that almond flavor, that's really good. Okay, you're going to take a whisk this around really good. Kind of coming together, but I can see that I will need the other tablespoon. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to put about half because I don't want too much. I want it to really glaze these cookies really good. So I think next month we're going to be doing Irish soda bread at your library, at the Hop Hog Library, with kits, okay? Okay. Just a dot more, and that is good. Yeah, nice and loose. And then you should be able to like take a whisk or a fork or a spoon and just have it like that, where you would put as much or as little as you want on it. Okay. So leave this on the side. We have our dough in the freezer. You are going to want to have a pan that is like this, that has either parchment paper or one of these silicone baking mats, okay? That will help it from sticking, okay? I want to let that dough in the freezer just a little bit. So, again, anybody have any questions, comments, please ask me. I'm going to tell you about some classes we have coming up. Tomorrow night at 7 o'clock, East Islip, their Facebook page. I'm doing 2 Chinese dishes for the Chinese New Year. Okay, and that is 7 o'clock, East Islip. And then on Zoom on Friday at the Northport Library, I am doing Chinese dragon noodles. So it's a different one from tomorrow night. So dragon noodles has chicken, it has fresh vegetables in it. And then on Saturday, we're at the Babylon Public Library at 2 o'clock. And we're doing Italian. And it's going to be a pasta. And it's going to be a chopped vegetarian salad. So I hope you'll watch then. That one is on their Facebook page as well. Let's see. Yesterday, Chris and I, we had the day off. And as I always say, when we have a day off, what do, Chris?
Work.
We film YouTube videos because we have to stay ahead. And I'll probably always keep doing some of the YouTube videos. A lot of the libraries have them, so if you want to go to them. Maggie has them at Plain Edge, so if you want to go there. I think she has every one that I own, okay? Even more, okay? I just made, for July and August yesterday, I'm going to show you in a second. Chris and I made lemon glazed blueberry muffin cookies. So I'm going to show you what they look like. Okay. So we made these yesterday, and they are going to be, they'll be for summer. They'll be gone by summer, but that's what they'll look like. Your strawberry biscuits that are tonight, they're going to have somewhat of the same look when they come out. You can see there's a nice rise to it. This being a muffin, the recipe tonight is like a biscuit cookie, so it has a little biscuit texture. The baking powder does that, okay? And then we did a patriotic red, white, and blue whoopie pie with a lemon filling. And this is exactly what it looks like, okay? And these, I use strawberries and blueberries for it. And this is the same thing where you could change it around, and maybe we'll do this as a kit this summer with the Hauppauge Public Library. So let's see. When these come out, they will stay fresh at room temperature for 24 hours. If you want to keep them in the refrigerator, they will last for a good week there. Okay. These freeze well as well too, but you can't put them in the microwave when you want to just have one, because that glaze will just run right off of it. Okay. I'm just going to go check my dough. Okay. If yours doesn't feel a little solid, okay, it has got to have be a little solid to it. If it doesn't have it, just do it in a little while, but watch me do mine. Okay. Okay, so you would want this to be, again, somewhat solid. You want to put 1.5 tablespoons for each cookie. You want to spread them out. You want to make sure they're about 3 inches apart. They're going to bake 375, about 15, 16 minutes. Actually, this is pretty good.
Profan said, I actually have that pan, whoopie pan. I used to make ice cream sandwiches for the kids.
And you don't make them anymore for the kids? Are the kids not kids anymore? So just like this, that's about 1.5 tablespoons, just like that. Okay. If you like the little crunch to it, if you have any of that raw sugar, the turbinado sugar, you can put it in there as well. Okay. Or just sprinkle a little on top. Give it a little crunch to it. Okay. After they are done cooking for 15, 16 minutes, let them come to room temperature. Make sure it's got a little coolness to them, okay? That's when you can drizzle the glaze on. What I would suggest is try one without the glaze, and then try one with it, and then you can decide the rest of it. Do I want glaze or do I want just plain, okay? The glaze with this really adds a nice little effect to it. Makes it look pretty too.
Profan said right.
So as I'm going to do one tray here with everybody. So again, 1.5 tablespoons, 3 inches apart, 375, about 15, 16 minutes. I'm going to tell you the menu that we are doing on February 20th, and that is again on my Facebook page, Simply Creative Chef Rob. It is a chicken Milanese, okay, panko crusted chicken Milanese, and then it is also going to be Parmesan crusted quesadillas with mozzarella, tomato, and basil. And then I am doing a cookie. It's called the Ultimate Chocolate Chip Oatmeal Cookie. Okay. And you could work along with me, or you could just watch.
Aunt Prudy said, "Hello, Rob and Chris. Just got on."
How are you, Aunt Prudy? Did you have trouble finding parking tonight? It is pretty busy out there. So everybody, when you have the strawberries on this, if they come loose, just kind of pop it into the dough so they don't fall off when they're baking.
DNX, where on February 20th?
If you go to my Facebook page, Simply Creative Chef Rob, you will see it. But there are many libraries that you could go to. Comsawag Public Library you can go to. Okay. Now when these come out, they are going to look just like these blueberry muffin cookies that I made yesterday. And then you are going to glaze them. Again, as much or as little glaze as you want. Okay. So you get a good amount out of this. Just make sure that the dough has a little solidness to it. It really does matter. These are going to spread a bit, but they're going to have a little rise to it because it's like a biscuit too. Okay. Okay. And this is it. Okay. So we're just going to pop these into the oven, 375, and I'll do that other dough a little bit later. So I want to show you on these that they would come out looking just like this. When they are cool, you're just going to take as much or as little as you want and just kind of drizzle it right on there. And again, they'll freeze really good too. If you just came on or didn't get the recipe, if you go to the Hop Hog Public Library's Facebook page or their website, I'm sure it's on there.
And in the chat on this video, they posted the link to it.
Okay, that's great. So, anybody, any questions? Because I know you don't want to wait 15 minutes to watch these cook, but I would love to chat with everybody. I'd love to know who's out there and who's there from Hop Hog. Who that I know that I haven't seen in a long time. Because I hope all your families are really, really doing well during these hard times. But hopefully we will get there soon. Right? Any questions, Chris?
Nope, don't see any.
No? All right. So everybody, pop these into the oven, and if you want to watch the Chinese cooking class tomorrow night, I'm doing a sweet and sour pork, and then I'm also doing a chicken and with broccoli and carrots, General Chow's style. Yes.
Mary said, sorry you came on late. Approximately how many does this recipe make?
It can make up to 30, but it does matter, of course, how big you make them. I would drop about 1.5 tablespoons worth, okay? If you have the kit and you're making it from Hop Hog, make sure the strawberries get really cold, so you can pop them in the freezer for like 15-20 minutes, and make sure the dough goes in the refrigerator for at least 45 minutes, but if you want to move it along, put it in the freezer, covered really, really good, just where you have to kind of grab to the dough, okay?
Marianne said, hi Rob, are you going to put up the recipes for the Chinese New Year cooking class?
If you go to the East Islip Public Library, you will get it there, okay?
And Ann Prudy said, if Lexington got that much snow, all of Lexington will be closed for days.
How much snow?
I guess what we got here,
Now,
I'm not sure.
We out in Hampton Bays, what would you say, about 8, maybe 10 inches?
Around that, yeah.
That's what we got. Now, when we were at the Nyack Public Library earlier, virtually, thank God, they had 2 feet of snow. Okay? How many in Hop Hog?
And Linda X, do you have the recipe for the Irish soda bread muffins you have made in the past?
That would be I don't have it. I have it, but like, there's not really a way to get it to you. I'm doing a lot of libraries with that. I forget if Hop Hog is doing the bread or the muffins, okay? So they may have it, but there are libraries out there that does have it, okay?
Tamara said, thank you, great job like always.
Thank you so much. Thank you. All right, everybody, I hope you enjoy these. I hope to see everybody tomorrow night. Krista, thank you so much, and nice seeing you the other day, as always. And thank you to the Hop Hog Public Library. It's been many years of all pleasure. So thank you, everybody. I hope you and your family stay well. Have a great night, and see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.